Hello and welcome back. I have what I hope is a fun one today. I'm going to detail and then weather the engine bay on my 68 Volkswagen Bug Kit. As you can see, this little guy's pretty bland in there, so I dug through the tester's acrylic set I bought in a starter pack and pulled out some of the colors I thought would be more appropriate for this little engine. This will also be the first time I get to use the fine detail brushes I picked up, so we'll be putting those to the test today as well. As this build progresses, I'm still working on my video techniques, and I'm trying to do these things close up so you can see what I'm doing, but sometimes I get lost in the moment and I forget there's a camera even going, so forgive me. Some of this stuff may look like it's kind of off to the bottom or the left of the frame, but I think I got enough of it so that it'll be entertaining and informative, so you'll see what I'm doing. The more I dig into this hobby, the more I like it. The attention to detail appeals to me, and I find the process very meditative. That said though, my technique so far has a lot of room for improvement. In the moment, while I'm working on the model, it feels like I'm doing a good job, but then when I review the close-up footage, I can tell I need a lot of practice. I'm finding the process of videoing the work also helps provide a perspective you wouldn't have otherwise. In this case, it has clearly identified shortcomings when it comes to my painting. So here's a recommendation. Even if you're not planning on posting your stuff on YouTube, try filming what you're doing, and then you can review it in slow motion or even freeze frame and study to see where you need to make improvements. I'm still definitely seeing a lot of areas for improvement, but in part of the case here, I'm attributing some of the issues to the acrylic paint I'm using. It just doesn't want to go onto the styrene smoothly, and in some cases it just beat it up and rolled right off the plastic. I'll definitely be doing some studying and some experimentation before the next build to see if I can get this paint to work better. I would really like to try to stay with the acrylics as much as possible. They're far less toxic, much easier to clean up than the enamel paint other modelers use. That said, in the pursuit of perfection, some concessions may have to be made, but we'll see. One thing I can say for sure though, the tools you use are important. The set of detail brushes I bought off Amazon is making a world of difference. I would say it's more than doubled the quality of the work I've done, and they weren't even the most expensive ones on there. Hey, if you're enjoying what's turned into a video therapy session, consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video. At the very least, I would really appreciate it if you would hit the like button. It really does help the YouTube algorithm show my content to other like-minded individuals such as yourself that would hopefully enjoy it. And with that, back to the show. Once I stopped being afraid of the paint and put enough in the brush, it did seem to go on a lot smoother, but you can definitely see the brush strokes in the paint, as thick as it is. I don't remember when, but at some point I realized I need to thin the paint even more than I was already doing. And the homemade thinner I cooked up with the help of the Barbados Rex YouTube channel did seem to work a lot better than just water or straight isopropyl alcohol. Even though the black paint was still lumpy when it dried, I mean you couldn't really tell from a distance, but when you got close up, it shows. After goofing around, going over every little detail until I thought I had enough paint and covered up all the bare spots that I missed, or just knocked the paint off of it while I was working on it, I was ready to start weathering. I came across an image on the web of a VW engine that was just covered in gray dust, and that's where I got the color ideas for the weathering treatment that I'm attempting to use today. If I can find that photo again, I'll put a link to it down in the description. So for the gray dust, I thought the most obvious choice would be to dry brush it with gray paint. So I used the Tester's flat gray and one of the old brushes I had and went to town on it. I laid it on pretty thick, I thought, and then came back with a Q-tip and cleaned off some of the high spots. After that, I took a little black and brought the belt details back out because I thought they wouldn't be used as much and the dust wouldn't be on them. And then I used a little more to give it more of a grimy look around the whole area. Of all the fun things about this build, weathering this little engine's been the most enjoyable so far. Yeah, my technique needs some serious improvement, but I'm happy with how I've progressed so far, and I will definitely be doing some more of this in the future. Well, there we are. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you getting all the way to the end of the video, and I think I've got one, maybe two more to finish up this build, and I hope you stay with me all the way to the end and beyond. If you're interested, the full build playlist is on the left, the next video is on the right, and remember, life is like a puzzle. Just figure it out.